Good evening. I hope my screen is visible and my voice is clear. Cool. So, welcome to the Android course. I hope you have a very nice weekend and you are ready to learn new things following this week. Okay. So, for today and for tomorrow, we're gonna work on our third project, which is text scanner app. Okay, where we will be building an Android app which uses a machine learning kit, generally the text scanner part, and we will be seeing how we can integrate it with our camera API. Okay, and we will be able to recognize the text that we showcase over uh, let's say any poster, any media image, anywhere that uh, that it is readable by our machine learning model. Okay, so before jumping to that, let me know how many of you have tried room database in last 2 days. Okay. Okay, I will come back to Shiva in a minute, but let me ask it via alphabetical order. Uh, okay, let's go with Darshini. Darshini, have you tried room database? Okay,
No, sir.
okay. Before going with the room database, have you tried Dagger Hill?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After going through Dagger Hill, have you gone through the camera view project uh, where we implemented uh, camera? Just a second. What was the last project?
QR scanner.
A QR scanner. Yeah. So have
Yes.
you gone through the QR scanner app?
Yes, sir. But I got a few errors in it, so I didn't complete it yet.
Okay. So just to get the overview, you are aware of Dagger Hill. You have gone through the Camera X API. You have gone through the QR code scanning documentation, and you are aware about room database, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay. Coming to Raj. Raj, I got to know that you were not available from past 2 3 days, but just to ask from you, what's your updates?
सर प्रीवियस वीक की कुछ लेक्चर्स का बैकलॉग है। डैगर हिल तक मैंने इम्प्लीमेंट किया है। डैगर हिल मैंने इम्प्लीमेंट सक्सेसफुली कर लिया है अपने कोड में।
हम्म।
और उसके बाद जो हमने प्रोजेक्ट बनाया था क्यूआर स्कैनर वाला, मेरा वहां से बैकलॉग पड़ा हुआ है, लेकिन मैं कवर कर लूंगा। अभी सीटी चल रहा है 3 दिन, उसके बाद मैं उसको कवर कर लूंगा।
Okay, so you have city.
यस
Is
सर।
it true for Tulika and Shiva as well?
सर वो सी एस वीडियो में नहीं है ना, उनका अलग चलता है। हम लोग सी लाइक मैं सी एस वीडियो में हूँ, तो
Oh,
हमारा अलग सीन है थोड़ा।
oh, okay,
उनका
okay.
वेकेशन चल रहा है।
अच्छा अच्छा। तुलिका का वेकेशन चल रहा है फिर भी वो पढ़ाई नहीं कर रही है, ठीक ठीक। ओके, लेट मी आस्क तुलिका। या तुलिका, गो अहेड, व्हाट्स योर अपडेट?
सर लास्ट क्लास वाला मैंने इम्प्लीमेंट करा है और पूरा रिवीजन हो गया था, लेकिन वो क्यूआर स्कैनर वाला भी बचा हुआ है।
So have you implemented the room database?
यस सर।
So it was working fine?
यस सर।
अरे नाइस। ओके, या शिवा, गो अहेड, व्हाट्स योर अपडेट्स?
सर रूम डेटाबेस कंप्लीट कर दिए,
ओके,
पर डायलॉग बॉक्स का थोड़ा इशू आ रहा था।
you have implemented the room database, but with Dagger you are facing issue.
नो सर, डायलॉग बॉक्स।
Oh, the issue that you have shared me. Okay.
यस
Uh, what about Dagger Hilt implementation? Were you
सर,
were
हो गया, मोस्ट ऑफ सब अच्छे से work कर रहा है।
okay? And what about camera API?
सर इम्प्लीमेंट किए थे पर इसमें थोड़ा क्यूआर स्कैनर में समझने का
Okay, okay. So, the reason I am asking those question is because the course was designed in a such a way that if you keep on building and keep on learning the pattern that I'm been teaching you around, it's built on the top of it. Okay, so if you have implemented Dagger Hill and you are already known about SQL, okay, you might not face much issue implementing that. Okay, so this project is something similar of what we have did in the QR scanner app. Okay, in that process we used to scan a barcode or a QR code, right? In this app we gonna scan the text, okay, and try to recognize of whatever been shown in the image, okay. Uh, but to do so, we gonna implement all the learnings that we have till now, okay. So I will just showcase the app working in a minute, but what we have to do, uh, whatever material we have scanned, okay, we wanted to store that string file, okay, the output string file, to our database, okay. So whenever we go to a result screen, okay, we will get a list of the items that we have saved till now, okay. So let me showcase to the app and let me share you what we have built so far, okay. Let's go to the Android Studio, okay. uh just a second. Let me run this test scanner app. Acha, let me also share my screen. Just a second. Let me know if my mobile device screen is visible to you all.
यस सर
Cool. Okay. So, uh, if I open the text scanner, it gonna ask me the camera permission as usual that we have built in the QR screen. Your scanner app. Once I provided the permission, you can see my device camera has been popped up. Right now, let's get back to this text. Okay, let me zoom out a little more. Okay, now I'm gonna try to read from it. Okay, just okay, just a second. Acha, you will be not be able to see the screen. Okay, no worries. So if I hover my camera to read it, my bad. Okay, okay. Uh, so if I hover my camera over the text that I just shown you, you can see we are able to get this text recognized in our app, right? That is able to read this text for me, please, right? This was the same text that I have put it over here, okay. So now I'm showing this text in a result screen, okay. But what I wanted that whenever this text get recognized, I wanted to save it in a result screen, okay, and uh, and showcase all the data that I have saved so far, okay. it will be a plus point if you able to not only store the text that you were able to recognize, but also the image that the camera has taken in order to analyze that image and get the text out of it. Okay, so to implement that, you might need this text recognition package or library from machine learning kit. Okay, so let me explain you about that as well. Okay, so if we go to here, let me share the link with you all. Okay, if you go here, okay, you can see recognize text across various scripts and languages. Okay, currently I'm taking the uh, default script, where we only recognize what has been written over the screen. Okay, um, it can be English, it can be Hindi, it can be anything, and the app just recognize that and give me some output. Okay, now we will understand how this machine learning model works. Okay, for example, you showcase a letter or a page of a book. Okay, so machine learning will scan all the text that is present in this frame. Okay, and divide it on the basis of those parts. Okay, the whole paragraph will be a block. Okay, uh, this the line of a block will come under a line section, and each alphabet or each word that you see will come inside the element portion of this result. Okay, so uh, if you see this board, okay, and if you implement this text recognizer perfectly, then you can see the output something like this. Here is the text, here is the block, here is the line. Okay, and here is the element. Okay, now there is something interesting. You can see the machine learning kit is also giving us the corner points. Okay, and the frame. Okay, so you can use this corner points. Let me open this. uh, how can I explain you, just a second. So uh, assume assume this is your screen. Okay, and this is your camera, this is your camera layout. Okay, okay, now whenever a text is being displayed here, let me write some text over here. Okay, so using this machine learning model. Okay, let me showcase you the document again. Okay, for every group, block, or a line or a element, you can draw a rectangle or a square over the text being recognized. Okay, so currently what I'm doing, whenever I get a success result after scanning a text, I just navigate it back to the different screen. That is the result screen. Okay. But let's say in your practical implementation, whenever someone scan a text from your app, you wanted to showcase a some kind of this kind of a let's say uh, box over the camera, then you can do so using those coordinates that been uh, provided by the machine learning model. Okay, I will showcase you how you can do so. Okay, coming back to the uh, documentation again. Okay, so let me know if you all understand what this what this uh, block block object is, what is this line object about, and what is this element. Also, let me know if you understood that whenever a machine learning model of this basically text recognition model, whenever you scan that image uh, consist of text, you get a block item, various line item, and more elements item with their coordination points. Let me know if this is making sense to you all. Are you able to understand those things? Cool. um okay, so this is not something like you have to always if I'm asking you have to always give this. The whole point is key, if you are not able to understand it, you have to always react through this. Okay, that's the important part, that if you are not able to understand it, let me know via this. Okay, assuming that it's pretty straightforward and you are able to represent understand it. The whole point is that because camera view always gives you a new frame of uh, new frame every second. Okay, so whenever you search a text and keep your mobile phone steady, like very fixed, um, in a fixed hand. Okay, you will get this constant corner points. Okay, and then you can use it to showcase a box around it. Okay, and then you can also showcase few options that you wanted to copy it, you wanted to send it, you wanted to store it, something like that. Okay, so tomorrow when we gonna implement the basic implementation of that, I will implement this box part for you. Okay, and then you can have a look what I meant by that. Okay, so here in my implement, you will get a box around the text. Okay, and then you will get a option here to send it to some person, share it to other apps, or basically save into the mobile device. Okay, cool. So moving forward with this documentation, going to the Android part. Okay, as previously when we were working with the QR code application. Okay, we have this unbundled and bundled dependency. Okay, so uh, APIs available using either this or that must be downloaded before use, or a bundle library that increase your app size. Okay, so uh, if when Play Store app that is currently live, okay, and you wanted to implement this feature, I will recommend to you to go with this. Okay, uh, the reason being using this over this is that if a user explicitly use that feature, then only this uh, related dependency will get downloaded. Okay, at least you will have a control over it. Okay, but if you use the bundle one, it will generally come with some size, and automatically it gonna increase the size of your app by this much. Okay, uh, so if you are handling all the edge cases, like not only going for the basic default option, but for uh, Chinese, Devanagari, Japanese, and Korean, and other languages as well. So it will keep on adding size to your app. Okay, because it comes with a model which have some data over it, which do the computation for you all. Okay, I will highly recommend to go through this code lab. Okay, of both this link and this link. Okay, so that you can understand how the Android team have implemented. But those two data are little old. Okay, so you have to brainstorm a little to make it work in Compose. Okay, so we're gonna take this part you have to add this in your project. Okay, the first line. Okay, and as we have created the barcode option and barcode object, uh, if you remember, barcode dot get client and giving the options, okay, to create a text recognizer object, we're gonna do the same. Okay, we're gonna do for the Latin for time being. Okay, and in the camera X, we have a method over a camera controller which is called as camera controller dot set image analyzer. Okay, that implements this method only, and you get a image proxy uh, in that method as a return. Okay, and then you can use, just a second. uh, I'm not sure what happened, but suddenly my monitor stopped working. Anyway, I was saying, okay, so we already know how to create a recognizer object. Okay, providing the client and the option that you wanted for your use case. Okay, uh, I'm gonna showcase you this how we have implemented this in our camera view project. Okay, the whole point is that you convert an image proxy, okay, to a media input image. Okay, which generally this recognizer use in order to recognize a image for you and get the data out of it. Okay, so we don't have to do this. The reason being, that we already have a camera X implementation which do this all the things for you under the hood, to get the device rotation degree and all the necessary stuff for this input image to create. Okay, so we're gonna create an input image. Okay, you can also do it from this image proxy, or basically the image that you pick from the media image. Okay, so you can handle all those two scenarios over here. Okay, now uh huh so once you get the input image, you have to process that image inside the recognizer. Okay, and as in our QR code, how we have implemented two callbacks, that is the success listener and the failure listener. In the success listener, you will get a vision text. Okay, from which we gonna convert it to our output string. I'm just gonna showcase you that in a minute. Okay, we're gonna use this for block. Okay, which what which which will from here only we will create the result. Okay, so you can see on add on success listener we are getting a vision text. Okay, this vision text is a type of a text object. Okay, this text object contain block, line and element. Okay, which was nothing but this thing: block, block, line and element. Okay, so we have a very much control of this. Like if you wanted to just showcase a block of content, you can do so. If you wanted just to showcase line content, you can do so. Even you have control of a very small words and alphabet, uh, which is called element in this case. Okay, now as I was mentioning, you got corner points. Okay, this is a list of coordinates that you can use in order to uh, create a box around the text, so that you can showcase to the user that this text represent this. Do you wanted to copy it or do you wanted to do some operations on it? Okay, and similarly inside a block, okay, inside this result we have text blocks. Okay, inside this text blocks we have line, and inside this line we have elements. Okay, so we have three for loops, one inside another, and we have access of all those, and we can use those things as per our requirement. Okay, so let me open this again. Okay, uh let me come back to this part again. The point is, if I don't explicitly put it very zoom, uh it gonna recognize this text as well and this text as well, so leads to problems. So I have to, yeah. Okay, so you can see the text was this. Okay, this complete text was, let me take another color. Okay, this complete text was a group. Okay, uh this this text represent as a line. Okay, and this array, green color. Okay, and a particular item in an line is represent as a element. Okay, so if you see the result, in the place of block we are getting, are you able to read this text for me please, which is the complete block. Okay, in the line we are getting, are you able to read, and in the next line we are getting this text for me please. Okay, so as you can see, this is line number 1. Okay, this is line number 2. Okay, we are able to read it and put it in a different output. Okay, and in the form of element you can see each word is coming in the form of, in the result as a element. Okay, so you have this much of control over your result, and you can use that as per your use case. Okay, now let me showcase if it is present somewhere over here. Let me see. Ha, so what I meant by a box over a camera is something like this. Okay, so let's go back. uh, so as you can see, that in this particular model, a Android app is able to recognize an object. Okay, and give some details about it. Okay, so using this text recognizer, whenever you get uh, whenever you get those coordinates, okay, those coordinates, you can use that to create a box around your text, and here you can give options to your user what they wanted to do. Okay, so this is a plus point if you are able to implement it, although in any case I will be providing you the solution code for it. Okay, but with this you can implement that easily. Okay, now let me know how many of you understand about this text recognizer. Okay, how to implement it and what features it provide. Let me know till here if you are all clear. Okay, I can see only Shiva is able to interpret what we have understood so far or gone through so far. What about others? Raj, Darshini, Tulika, are we good till here? Or please unmute yourself and let me know if you want me something to get repeated. Okay, I'm little suspicious if you are able to get it or not. But if you're not asking, then I'm nothing else I can do here. Uh, cool. Okay. So go through this documentation. Okay, go through it, and you will understand what I meant. Okay. Now the other part it comes is to implementation of this thing. Okay. So I will not gonna showcase you the implementation of the this project on today's class. We're gonna build it from scratch tomorrow, implementing everything. Okay, but let me showcase you how you can do that, or how we have did that in our camera view project. Sorry, in the main activity. Okay, you have to create a controller. Okay, okay, you have to create a controller nav host for respective screen. Okay, then in the QR screen. Okay, as how we have implemented our view model, where our view model have control over repository and the barcode barcode scanner object. Okay, we image analysis over this camera. Okay, uh, I have already shown you how to integrate a photo picker. Okay, now what you have to do in the Android view, uh, in the Android view, as we have this method set image analyzer. Okay, which in this case is giving me a result. Okay, but what you have to do, you have to do camera controller dot set image analyzer. Okay, context compact dot main executor dot context. Okay, and you can see you are getting an image proxy. Okay, with this code you are able to get the image proxy. Okay, अगर आपको image proxy मिल गया तो what you can do, uh, if you have image proxy with you, okay, you can take this code, okay, where they are using the image proxy. You can take this code, extract the image out of image proxy, convert it to input image. Once you have input image, then you just have to pass it in the recognizer object and process the image. Once you process it, you will get the string out of here, okay, and then you can put that string into the database, into a toast, into anything you want. But in this assignment, we're gonna save this text to a database, and if person wants to go to see the history, they can always see the history where we're gonna fetch the data from the database. Okay, so the whole point is to implement what we have learned so far using a new use case, that is the text recognition use case. Okay, so once you get the result, on the success result, you're gonna pass it to the either to the view model, okay, and save it. Okay, or if you think that you are able to resolve that, then you can always create a box, and using the coordinates, using the result you got, okay, the coordinates you got, you can always populate a box around the text. Okay, so I hope you all understood the assignment for tomorrow. The whole key point is that if I build it in front of you live, you will eventually will get the code, okay, and you will always have a look into that. But my view is, if you start to implement it, face error, and then see me implementing it, then you will learn a lot. Like you will learn 10 times more than watching just a video. Okay, so with that thought, I have kept this session little small. I've already told you everything that you required in order to build that app. Okay, you just need to sit, give like 6 to 8 hours into it, and you will be able to build that app. Okay, so your first complete app will contain ML kit, dagger and hilt, room database. Okay, that is something quite a achievement if you are able to pull it off. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna end this session for today. If anyone have any questions, we can go through that now. But tomorrow, we're gonna implement all the features live. I'm gonna implement everything live. Okay, I'm gonna showcase what problem you might have occurred only if you have tried this assignment in your free time. Okay, I know someone is going through exams and other uh, priority things, but I will highly recommend you all to give it a try, and then we can discuss it over. Okay, I'm here for 2 minutes. If anyone have any doubts, you can please go ahead. Cool. Considering that we don't have any doubts, which is little strange. But
सर
yeah, sure. Yeah, go
सर
ahead.
डेट डेट को रीडेबल फॉर्मेट में करने के लिए एक फंक्शन बनाया था ना
Haha.
सर, वो हम जब यूज कर रहे हैं तो काम नहीं कर रहा, एरर दे रहा है। लाइक फॉर्मेट टू लोकल में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है।
Okay. Uh okay. Let me send you the code, okay, along with the Stack Overflow link, okay, and see if it helps you or not. Okay.
ओके सर।
The whole point is that you have to use the calendar API, okay, calendar library basically, okay, which comes from Android package, okay, and from the let me type it for you, okay. If you do this, you will get a value, okay, which will look something like this, okay, a long value, okay. Then we gonna convert it to a time using a formatter, okay. So I'm gonna send you a code snippet, see if it helps you or not, okay. Or I will do what, I will share you the code that I've written on the last class, so that every can have a understand how to implement a database, okay.
यस सर।
Cool, cool. Okay then, with that being said, let's wrap up this call. We're gonna have a long session tomorrow. We're gonna implement the feature and see how we can make it work. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.